Hello, I'm Dr. Laura Murillo, Presidency of the Houston Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. On today's show, we're going to talk about workforce, apprenticeship, and the important work that's being done by the Allied Workers Local 22 Business Manager International Association of Heat and Frost Insulators and Allied Workers Local 22, again, LACY Wolf. And he and I serve on the Sports Authority Board, and I've enjoyed working with LACY on not only the work of the World Cup, but many sporting events that are here in our great city we call Houston. And LACY, welcome and thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Doc. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
Well, absolutely. And it's an exciting time for Houston, as mentioned, so many things going on in our city. And none of this can be done without a strong workforce. And you have been leading such great efforts working with local leadership, city, county, and state to make sure that we have a strong workforce. It's a very challenging time because we're seeing a lot of impact on our workforce and not having enough workforce. So let's begin with that. Tell us first, what your goal is, what the mission is, so that folks who may not be familiar with your work understand it.
Well, thank you, Doc, and thank you for those kind words. But you are as much an advocate as I try to be, or as what you said. And I think our mission, even though we come from different walks of life and where we came from to the workforce ourselves, but I believe we both look at that we want to create a pathway for our families, our working families in our area to succeed. So this is pretty much the groundwork for what we do, everything that we do. And so, I mean, we just have a lot of things coming up. There is just so much work that we're going to need the people, we're going to need the training um, to put everything together. We do right now. We do not have what it takes to fulfill this. But because of what we do, the apprenticeship programs and our union work, our union journeymen that can come in and do the work, we can supply the manpower, and it'll take a little bit of a process. Again, the apprenticeship programs are not slow. I mean, they are slow. They're not a quick process. It takes a lot of skill and it takes a lot of experience to become the top in your trade. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get this for the construction industry and try to put things together.
So let's talk about this apprenticeship. If someone is watching and thinks, you know what, I need a career path because these are careers, these are not jobs. The apprenticeship program, tell us what that looks like for the individual. How long does it take? What is the cost? What do they have to do to become part of the apprenticeship programs?
Oh, there's many steps. There's a lot of things, and it's not hard steps. There's many pathways. I shouldn't say steps. There's many different pathways. There's pre-apprenticeship programs. If you even if you go into our workforce offices around the city, they know about our pre-apprenticeship programs. The MC3, which is the multi-craft core curriculum, is a pre-apprenticeship program that takes 3 weeks. It's kind of like a boot camp. It gets you started. It shows you all the different trades and crafts that we have in the area and what it takes to get into their apprenticeship program. So this is the first step. It's only a 3 week process.
Okay.
Then after that, you get to pick your apprenticeship program, and some of them go anywhere from 3 years to 5 years with on the job training. So yes, you're going to school. It's not every night. It's not every day, but you do take your training and you go to work because the best experience is on the job training.
You're getting paid, right? During this time.
Correct. Yes, you're getting paid. Not only are you getting your wages, but you're also getting benefits, which can include your medical insurance and also your pension benefits. And this does not come out of your wages. This is off the top. This is you get this included. So your wages are what your wages are on your check, and the rest are benefits. They come after that. And so then you go through while you're working, and then you get increases every year, maybe even more often. So you're not stagnant even the entire time you're in the class and you're training. And then you take your final test and you become a journey person, a mechanic in that field, and you're off to a great career.
LACY, what do you want people to understand about unions in Houston?
I would always tell everybody we want to partner with everybody, Doc. We we have been the boogeyman for a long time. I know even when I was growing up, the reputation that we had from the 60s and 70s, we are not our great grandfathers' unions anymore. We are here to partner with contractors. We want to work together. We want to our job is to provide the best training and to help the contractor and also to take care of the membership also to make sure that they have a good living wage and they can support their family. And with that said, though, we do have to make sure that the contractors are making money. If they are not making money, then we're not going to have a job because they'll be out of business. So it kind of goes hand in hand. And that's what we want. We want to say, we want to sit down with our contractors and show them what we have, but not only the union contractors, but the non-union contractors also.
So let me ask this question that as it relates to our elected officials and policy and community engagement. Tell us why there are still some public policy issues that need to be addressed by your group, and what does that look like?
We need the people, and I believe the this is really expanding that America was based on bringing people in because we were always needing to supply workers for our growth, from the Industrial Revolution to the agriculture booms that we had in California all the way to Texas. We needed the people, and we gave them a pathway to come in here and do the work. And that's what we need to do. We need to have immigration laws that make it easier, not harder, to come into the United States to go to work. We need these people. This has been the backbone of America.
And so the solution is to make sure we have a strong workforce. And that strong workforce is going to take a commitment by the state and the federal government to protect our workforce. So we can have a strong workforce, so we can make the building, so we can make sure products are moving and going. And the union is strongly behind making sure we have that workforce and there's a path for these individuals to get that training so that we can fill the jobs. And Texas is constantly trying to bring in more businesses, more corporations, and more companies. And the question that we get is, and if we come to Texas, will you have that workforce? And it is a challenge. And so your Hispanic Chamber
Yes.
is an ally to the unions, is an ally to a strong workforce. And that's why we are so supportive of the work that you're doing, LACY. And we understand this is a very big challenge. And I would like to say an opportunity for the right minds to come together to find a solution so we can keep a strong workforce. So for this and more, LACY, we want to thank you for all your efforts and continue to say that your work is an empowering one because it builds opportunities for these families. And without this, right, we wouldn't be where we are in this great country. So more power to you. And we thank you for all of your efforts, LACY.
Thank you, Doc. Thank you for all your support.